everyone, it's Mrs. Moore again, just checking in. If you haven't saw already, Mrs. Klein posted another assignment and she went over some of the notes in your note packet. So if you haven't got on her Physical Science Google Classroom yet, you need to do that and check out her latest video. It was posted today, Thursday, March 26th. So make sure you're watching that. She asked you to complete these 2 pages in your packet, which we are going to do together right now. So after we complete this together, you need to take a picture of it and upload it just like you did last time in your packet. If you are having trouble uploading it, make sure you either contact myself or Mrs. Klein and we can figure out a way how we can get that to Mrs. Klein so you get your credit. Okay? So we are working on calculating power. She explains in the notes, she talks about what power is, how we do that. So again, make sure you watch that video if you haven't already. So here we go. We're going to start with this worksheet. It says calculating power up at the top. Please make sure to write your name on this paper and write either P7 or P8 based on whichever period you are in. Okay, so calculating power. Power is the amount of work done per unit of time. The unit for power, joules per second, is watt. So in the little box up at the top, you can see that it gives our equation that what we're going to be using. So power equals work over time. Work is always in joules and time is always in seconds. Also, 1 kilojoule equals 1,000 joules. So there is a problem in this that we're going to have to convert over, but we'll do that together. Okay? Make sure if I'm going too fast that you're pausing your video and keeping up and replaying what you need to so it makes sense to you. So let's get started. Number 1 says a set of pulleys is used to lift a piano weighing 1,000 newtons. The piano is lifted 3 meters in 60 seconds. How much power is used? So we are trying to find the power. She does this example with you in the video. So if you did it with her, you will know that you are to underline 1,000 newtons, 3 meters, and 60 seconds. We are going to use our P equals W over T. But this time, as she explained in our video, you have to do 1,000 times 3, then divide by 60. If you type that in your calculator, you should get an answer of 50 watts. Number 2, how much power is used if a force of 35 newtons is used to push a box a distance of 10 meters in 5 seconds? So let's go ahead and underline 35 newtons, 10 meters, and 5 seconds. Underline that now or box that in. We're going to set up our equation. We're going to do 35 newtons, P equals 35 newtons, times our 10 meters, divided by our 5 seconds. So that is what your equation should look like on your paper. Now let's start with the top. Grab your calculator. Hopefully it's nearby. You can use it on your phone. Type in 35 times 10. And you should get that equals 350. Now, we are going to divide that by 5. So divide by 5. You should get an answer of 70. So your answer is going to be 70 watts. Because when we're measuring power, we always want to use watts. Number 3. She also does number 3. Oh no, she does number 4. Let's do number 3. What is the power of a kitchen blender if it can perform 3,750 joules of work in 15 seconds? Well, our equation, P equals W over T, we're going to go ahead and do, now it tells us the work, so we don't have to do that multiplying step first. So our equation should just look like that. P equals 3,750 joules divided by 15. Mrs. Klein shows you this example in her video. So now you simply just divide. So 3,750 divided by 15. Your answer should be 250 watts. Make sure to write that on your line. Whoops, sorry. Okay, number 4. How much work is done using a 500-watt microwave oven for 5 minutes? As you watched in Mrs. Klein's video, she says that you have to convert your minutes to seconds. Let's do that together now. We know that there is 60 seconds in 1 minute, and we know we have 5 minutes. So we need to do 60 times 5. You can type that in your calculator. Oops. 60 times 5. And you should get an answer of 300. So that's going to be our time. So when we're setting up our problem, we're trying to find how much work is done. So we know our power is 500 equals W, that's what we're trying to find, divided by 300. Now, you can either solve like a one-step equation or just simply cross multiply like Mrs. Klein says to do in her video. So what you want to do is 500 times 300. Now you're going to get a really big answer. 150,000. Now, because we're trying to find the work, that's going to be in joules. So, if you watched her video, she shows you how to convert that into kilojoules. There's 1 kilojoule that equals 1,000 joules. Numbers 5. How much work is done using a 60-watt light bulb for 1 hour? Okay, so we have our power. We're trying to find the work again. It's going to be really similar to what we just did. So 60 equals W over 3,600. I'm sorry, I skipped a sec. 1 hour, we have to convert that into seconds first. So we know that there's 60 minutes in an hour, and every minute has 60 seconds. So we have to do 60 times 60. Go ahead and type that in your calculator. 60 times 60. That's where you get your 3,060 from. So just to go back and repeat, you should have 60 equals W over 3,600. Okay? Like you see in this example, you're just going to cross multiply 60 times 3,600, and you're going to get 216,000. Now, we're going to convert that into kilojoules. So you're going to get 216 kilojoules. Do you see where that's circled? That should be your answer. This is a little note on the bottom of my paper that Mrs. Klein had written down on her example. If you want to write that on your paper, that might be a good idea. Great. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If not, we are going to go to the next side of the video, of the worksheet, not the video. Okay, so this says work and power. Here are 4 steps to follow when you solve problems in math and science. It says write down an equation that gives the problem asked for. Write the equation in symbols to help you organize your solution. Replace the symbols with the numbers given in the problem. Label the units given and the units for the answer. Perform the arithmetic setup in the equation. Label your final answer. Let's go to number 1. A homeowner uses a hand pump to pump 400 newtons of water from a flooded basement. The water is pumped of a distance of 5 meters in 20 seconds. find the work done by the homeowner. So we're trying to find the work in this. So we're going to have P equals W divided by T. We know the power. That is 400. Okay, 400 equals W over 20 seconds. So now you're going to either cross multiply or solve like a one-step equation. 400 times 20. You should get an answer of 8,000. So that's how much work was done. We want to make sure we put our joules in as our label. Okay, so part B, find the power generated by the homeowner in watts. So now we're trying to find the power. So we want to have 8,000 times our 5 meters divided by 20 seconds. Oops. Go ahead and type that in your calculator. 8,000 times 5 divided by 20. I got 2,000 watts. Let's go to number 2. The same homeowner uses an electric pump to finish pumping water from the basement. This pump moves 400 newtons of water a distance of 5 meters in only 10 seconds. Find the power of the pump in watts. Here is what your equation should look like. Now, it is your turn to solve this one on your own. Once you get an answer, you're going to write this down, and then you need to upload your picture of both of these to Mrs. Klein's Google Classrooms under her video. Again, if you are having trouble uploading your picture, let me know. Make a comment in the comment section or send Mrs. Klein or myself an email. Good luck!